On Saturday, the Virginia football team reached a new low this season, dropping to 2-4 and 0-3 in the ACC with a 34-17 loss at home to the Louisville Cardinals, who improved to 3-3 on the year with their first conference win of the season. The Hoos started off strong, stopping the Louisville offense and putting together a solid first drive, with Brennan Armstrong completing this 25-yard pass to wide receiver Lavelle Davis. The Hoos were forced to settle for this 47-yard field goal from Will Bettridge. Keeping the early momentum going, UVA cornerback Anthony Johnson intercepted this pass from Louisville backup quarterback Brock Doman. After the pick, Armstrong and the UVA offense took over and found themselves with a free play here on 3rd and 11, where Armstrong made one of his best throws of the season, floating a 40-yard touchdown pass to Dontavian Wicks. The extra point was true to put the Hoos up 10-0 early, arguably their strongest start so far this season. After another stop, the Virginia offense took over and seemed primed to continue building on the early lead. Unfortunately, turnovers have plagued this team so far in 2022, and this fumble from Brennan on 2nd and 6 turned the tides for the rest of the game. Play in the first half of the second quarter was stagnant, with both defenses holding their own. Here on 4th and 2, Doman ripped off the play of the game, keeping the football on the read option, and with the entire UVA defensive front selling out on the run, took it 44 yards to the house for the first Louisville touchdown of the game, knotting this one at 10-10. The Hoos offense still couldn't get anything going, and gave the ball back to Louisville, who seemed to be putting together another strong drive, before this first down pass from Doman was intercepted by cornerback Antonio Clary, setting the Hoos up nicely to try to score before the half. However, the Hoos offense continued to be plagued with turnovers, this time with Brennan Armstrong throwing an interception on 3rd and 4. Louisville would capitalize, adding a field goal to take a 13-10 lead into the break. Louisville capitalized once again and first in the second half, with Doman finding a breakdown here in the Virginia secondary and locating Marshawn Ford for the easy 32-yard score. Down 20-10, the Hoos needed something to try to find some momentum and get the Virginia crowd back invested in this contest. Tony Elliott recognized this and opted to go for it here on 4th and 5 around midfield, and Dontavian Wicks brought in a much-needed catch to keep the drive alive. After a blatant pass interference on a ball targeted to Lavelle Davis, the Hoos were set up in the red zone, and on 1st and 10, Brennan broke free for an 11-yard touchdown score. It's hard to win football games, let alone win football games when turning the ball over. With a chance to drive the field once again and this time take the lead, the Hoos produced another deflating turnover on this overthrown ball to Dontavian Wicks. From here on out, it was all Louisville. The Cardinals took over after the interception and punched in another score on this 1-yard touchdown run from Trevion Cooley. After a failed conversion on 4th and 1 from midfield by the Virginia offense, the Cardinals set themselves up in the red zone once again with this 28-yard pitch and run between Doman and Higgins-Bruce. Running back Jahar Jordan would punch it in, extending the Louisville lead to 17. This lead would hold as the final on Saturday, with the Cardinals winning 34-17, an embarrassing loss for the Virginia football program in a season that seems to be all but lost already heading into this week's bye.